Hey guys, welcome back. So we are going to take the stitches out of this particular notebook here, and we're going to use the pages in here. So I'm just going to get what's left of my, man, I need a new blade, but my Dollar Trees here, they don't like me. I went to like 4 different Dollar Trees, and that's where I got this blade from, is Dollar Tree. Went to 4 different Dollar Trees, and I cannot find this blade anywhere, which stinks because I actually really like it. Like, sure, it came from Dollar Tree, it's cheap and inexpensive and whatnot, but I actually really like this blade, and it stinks that I can't find any more. And what's really sad is I have like, I still have a couple more Dollar Trees that I can go visit. A couple of them are in North Charleston, which I have told my husband I'm not going back to North Charleston unless I absolutely have to, because there was an incident. I went to go get my nails done, because as you guys know, I go and get my nails done. Well, I went to go get my nails done at the mall, and I had Haven with me. And for you guys that don't know, Haven is my oldest daughter. She's 17. And we were, you know, getting our eyebrows done, getting our nails did, you know, all that good stuff. Anyway, she doesn't really get her nails done. She's not really a girly girl, but she does get her eyebrows done. So she went and she got hers done while I was getting my nails done. So she was done, and she was just waiting on me. So the lady had finished doing my nails, and so she had taken me back to the little closet room to go get my eyebrows done. And while I was back there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I just wanted to double check. But while I was back there, I heard gunshots, and then everybody just started running into the closet. And my first thought was, where's my daughter? And then my daughter runs into the closet, and I was like, oh, thank God. And then my second thought was, where's my purse? Because my purse had my keys in it, and my keys, well, they're my getaway. Because I'm just gonna start putting some of this stuff away while I'm sitting here talking to you guys real quick, because I need the space on my desk. So I was just thinking to myself, like, where are my keys? I need my keys. My daughter's here. She's safe. We were sitting in the closet. I didn't say any of this out loud, of course, but that was, you know, that was my thought. And so they gave us the clear after being in the closet for a few minutes. I think we were in the closet for like 10 minutes. And then we exited the store to go out of the building. And luckily where we were is, it was like right by the exit door. And so my car is like parked right here. The exit's right here. My car's parked out here. And I told Haven to run because I knew I had to stop and get my purse. So I was coming out of the closet, and then the hallway was right here, and the tables were all like lined here, and then the exit door was right here, and then the exit was right there. So anyway, I come out of the closet, I stop, I grab my purse, and she's run out the door already. And so she stopped at the exit of the mall, and I said, run. So she's running. My car's here. She ran that way. And I'm like, bless her heart. She was she was petrified. And it was so scary. But ever since that day, we haven't been back. So all of these, I'm going to make sure that they are short enough, basically. I'm gonna make sure they're short enough. So I want them to be less than 5 inches, because that's what our cover is. So I'm going to not cut these. I'm gonna fold them. I'm gonna fold those so y'all get the full page. But anyway, the reason that I told you that story is because I haven't been back. I haven't been back to North Charleston. So I'm just gonna cut these holes off here. And And which, I mean, it kind of sucks because there's a lot of stuff to do in North Charleston. But there's probably like 3 or 4 Dollar Trees out there. But like I said, I haven't been back. All right, let's see what this does. I just want to see what this looks like before I cut all of them like that. All right, I think that's good. That's really good. I like that. Yeah, because we're going to have this page that's folded, and we're going to have the other really big ledger page that's folded. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one down. And then I'll cut the bottom off and leave the top. That way it'll fit lengthwise. Because right now I think it might be too tall. Yeah, it's just ever so slightly too tall. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these. But yeah, so I just, like I said, I haven't been back to North Charleston since then. And like I said, it kind of sucks because there's like 3 or 4 different Dollar Trees that I could visit and look at. But I won't do it. I won't go anywhere near that mall. And it was so scary. But, I mean, luckily we were far enough away that it didn't really do, like, yes, we heard the gunshots, but, I mean, in reality, we were lucky. So, I don't know. It was scary. And this was a while ago. So I didn't want to say anything because I didn't know, like, you know, what I could talk about, what I couldn't talk about. Because, I mean, I have no idea what's going on. Like, we weren't an official witness or nothing like that. Because, I mean, God, there were hundreds of people at that mall. It's not a small mall. It's a fairly large mall. So if you guys want to look up and do some, to see what I'm talking about, look up North Woods Mall in North Charleston, South Carolina, and that's where we were. So, but yeah, and this was a couple weeks ago. We've all kind of gotten done with our shock. Like, I felt really bad because later on that night, because this was in the early afternoon. So, like, it was at 3 o'clock, and that's what time it was. And later on that evening, my son comes walking in my room, this room here, and he scared the ever-living daylights out of me. And he didn't do anything. All he did was walk in and said, "Hey, Mom." And I felt so freaking bad, and because I yelled at him, I was like, "Do not scare me like that," blah 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 blah. And I felt so terrible. Of course, later on, I apologized to him because, I mean, it wasn't his fault. But, God, I was so jumpy. And, like, I find myself, even today, getting a little jumpy sometimes. But, yeah, I had to talk to my daughter, my youngest daughter, because she wanted to go outside and play. And normally, we let them go outside and play. There's a park behind our house, like a big park. And it's like in our backyard. And she wanted to go outside and play. And I was like, "Nope, you can't go outside." And she's like, "Why?" I was like, "Because Mommy said so." Like, I had to explain to her what happened. It was really funny though, because, I mean, God, you gotta love little kids. She's 7, okay? And so I told her what had happened. And her very first reaction or response was, "Don't they have signs that say you're not allowed to bring guns to the mall?" I'm like, yes, baby, they do. But some people just don't care about those signs. And she's like, "Well, that's just stupid." I was like, "Baby, I love you." Oh my gosh. So it was quite funny, her reaction. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, we're all fine. Like, it was just scary. That was all. It was just really scary. But yep, that's it. But that's why I haven't been back to North Charleston, because I'm just like, "Nope, I'm good, thanks." All right, so I cut these down. I'm actually going to keep these little strips here because I bet I could use them for like ephemera or something. So I'm going to cut these down to, what did we say we wanted these at? 8.5? Yeah, we're going to cut them down to 8.5. So, but yeah, that was, I want to say that's probably the second scariest time of my life. And I do say second because it's, I mean, it was pretty scary. And I think the scariest part for me was when my daughter started running that way instead of to the car. Because I didn't know where the gunshots came from. At the time, I had no idea. Now I know. Now it's actually pretty ironic because where we were and where the gunshots came from, we were over here in this store by this exit, and which was a main exit. And then the gunshots actually came from about 6 stores down by in Champs, the Champs sporting goods store, and which was right here. And there is another small exit, like an emergency exit right here. And so when Haven walked out, she ran that way, which was right by that Champ store. And so in hindsight, I'm like, oh my God. But at the time, I was just like, you're going the wrong way. So, yeah. But yeah, no, that was actually the second scariest time of my life. The first scariest time of my life was, let's see, how old was he? 7. So my son is now 12 and a half. And the summer he was 7. So he was turning 7, which is sad because it was honestly, like, it is the scariest time of my life, but at the same time, I can't remember the date or the day. I remember the day, just not the date, like when exactly it happened. But anyway, we were at, my husband's in the Navy, so oftentimes they'll have a command gathering. And so one of the chiefs had a barbecue at his house for 4th of July weekend. And he has a pool out back. And my kids all know how to swim. Okay? Just want to point that out. So we didn't really think much of it because my kids all know how to swim. They've been swimming for years, their whole life. And my husband was outside with Porter. And at the time, Sydney was a baby. And so Sydney was inside with me. And I was getting her some food because it was a barbecue. And so, how do I want to do these? Alright. These are big boys. I kind of want to keep the date on there, which is on the bottom. But they're too tall. So I think I'm just going to cut the top off. Let's see what that looks like. So anyway, Sydney's inside with me. Haven's inside with me. Because Haven pretty much just goes where I go. And, oh yeah, I think that'll be good. And then fold them in like this. And like this. And then put them in like this. Oh yeah, that'll be good. Okay. So, anyway, I was with my friend Amber at the time. And her son Mason is kind of dramatic, but not really. But he's like, they will play, him and Porter will play all the time. And he'll just say, you know, random things that are very dramatic, but he's very monotone about it. And so that day at the barbecue, he walks in to the dining room where we were, and he said, Porter drowned. Just like that, very calm, very nonchalant, very relaxed. And I said, excuse me? He said, he's on the bottom of the pool. I was like, what? And I literally dropped the plate that I was holding. and just ran outside. And my son was on the side of the pool, and Brandon, I will never forget that man's name, was giving my son CPR because he wasn't breathing. He had a heartbeat, but it was faint, but he wasn't breathing. That was the scariest time in my life. Because I'd never had any kind of like scares or anything at that point with my kids. And to see my son like that, it was very, very scary. And you know, obviously he's fine. He's 12 now. But it was very, very scary. And I don't know why I'm talking to you guys about like scary stuff. I'm sure you don't want to hear about scary stuff. But I was talking about the Dollar Tree. And you guys know how I just ramble on. And I started talking about North Charleston and then scary stuff. Alright. So anyway. Anywho. So, yeah. So y'all should let me know some of the scary things that y'all have been through in your life, if any. If you have not been through any scary stuff, I am jealous. I'm just going to throw that out there. Very jealous. All right, let's see. How tall are you? Please be short enough. You are. Yay, because I didn't want to cut this one. All right. So, those are short enough. These are all good to go. These are good to go. That over there. And alright, how tall are you? I think these are going to be too tall. Yeah, these are way too tall. Alright. How do I want to do this? Because I really want to keep the page intact, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure up. I'm not going to cut this, don't freak out. I'm going to measure up at 8.5. I'm going to cut ever so slightly, like, yep, just like that. I'm going to cut just a tiny little sliver out. Like so. So I don't actually cut much of the page. I don't cut any of the content. And then I'm going to fold these up. Like so. That way. And then I can still fold these in and still unfold them. That way you can still get the full page. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, because I want to make sure that I keep this particular book as much intact as possible, because this was the one from 1919. So I'm just going to fold it in just ever so slightly like this. And I'm not going to glue these. That way you can still open them up. And you can either read them if you want, or you know, you can do whatever. Alright, so I'll do both of these at the same time. 8.5, ever so slightly. Alright, and then a little notch here. Like so. Come out. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the other ones too. Alright, 8.5 there. Ever so slightly. My notch. There. And then I can fold them when I go and put them in the thing. Alright, and there. There we go. Alright, so that way that is intact. Alright, actually I'll go ahead and do that now. No, I still have more cutting to do, so I'm going to set that there. Got more scraps here. Put these over here with my scraps. Alright, right there. Okay, so these are fine. Very much, I'm almost positive these are fine. They're a little less than 5, but that's okay. I think they'll be fun. And then these guys will be pretty easy to cut. I'm just gonna cut them. 1, 2, 3. Let go. I'm gonna cut them off the bottom. And what do we say? 8.5. And see, I still have, I can make like a little small booklet. And there's that. 8.5 there. And let me cut this one in half. So we'll do 3. Let go. Alright. 8.5. Wait. And 8.5. Alright. There we go. Alright, so these guys should be fun. I'm going to have to fold them in half first. And then we're going to cut them down to size-ish. Alright. Let's see, what's my time at? 22 minutes? Alright, so might actually take a break here. I've been cooking pot roast all day, and my husband just came in and told me that it's done. So I'm going to take a break here, and I'm going to go eat some dinner because I can smell it, and oh, it smells so good. I love pot roast though. And it's in the oven, not in the crock pot. And I don't know why, but I always love pot roast better in the oven than in the crock pot. Don't get me wrong, the crock pot's good, but it tastes better when it's in the oven, or when you cook it in the oven. Because I have a Dutch oven, and I sear it in the Dutch oven on the stovetop, and then I put it in the oven at like 300 for like 6 hours. Actually, I think today I only cooked it for like 4 hours. But yeah, that's it. And I do a mix of vegetables. So I do some vegetables in the pot with the roast, and then I do half the vegetables in the pot with the roast, and then the other half I put on a roasting pan and I roast them in the oven with the roast. Like, I don't put them in the pot with it, but I put it in the roasting pan. So anywho, I'm going to finish folding up these last couple pages, and then I'm going to take a break, and we will continue on our series when I get back. So it might end up just being another video for another day. I'm not sure yet, but I will not continue this without you guys, so don't worry. So there we go. All right, and now it is chow time. So I'm gonna go ahead and set these right here, and we will pick that up next time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys.